Hi, good night, good morning, good noon, wherever you may be. I am Jonil German Alcock, author of the book How to Achieve Goals Fast with Strategic Planning 10 Proven Tips for Success. And this stream is for you if you're having some difficulties moving to the next level, either because you realize you have now formed a bad habit of making excuses, or you have issues where you have self defeating thoughts, or lower confidence, or levels of low self esteem. No, you can't move to better heights of a fullness of where you know you can go unless you start to move with greater self esteem, with an understanding of who you are, what God has put in you, your abilities, the fact that you can progress despite failures and sustain enough momentum to achieve your goals and then produce success. If you see yourself as somebody who is mediocre, not enough, that you don't have enough time for things, that all of the progress of your life means you are not having enough moolah. The resources are restricted. People fighting you. There's not enough opportunities out there for you. Oh God, you have got to see that you've got yourself into a jam that has stuck to your brain into presuming it is less than you can produce. And so tonight, or in the morning, or in the noon, or wherever you are streaming, or later when you catch this, you need to concentrate on this voice from Johnny Germain Alcock, which is saying to you that you can do what you think that you cannot do. Every time your brain wants to say something to you or do something, you just hold up your hand and say, no, I need to discard that thought, and I'm going to realize that I've now formed a bad habit. And that bad habit is causing me to restrict the progress of the things that I'm capable of doing. Now, all those things that I listed are in relation to the old adage that to accomplish things or to reach success, you have to look at your time, your talent, and your treasure. And when you get the doubts, when you have the fears, when you start making excuses for some of the things that you know you can do but you're not achieving, it forms a loop or a cycle that creates a bad or negative habit in your life. And once you realize that you feel stuck, or you feel as if you are not progressing, or your growth has now become stunted, you have to take stock and just stop. Just stop everything that you're doing. Come back to yourself, realize the real issue, which is not the person who not giving you the opportunity over here. It is not the person over there who may be fighting you or saying something bad about you. It is not the fact that you have a million things to do and you have the kids and you have all sorts of pressures on you and you're feeling overwhelmed. It is not the fact that the money not flowing as much as you'd like. It is none of those things. None of those. You are going to have to take great responsibility for self. Now, self responsibility removes the blame game from those around you so that you know that whatever happens in your life, though God is sovereign, and though people around you can do weird things and you will get challenges, you can still go through them and still do the best that you can do. And once you start to approach your life with less of the blame game, with less of the victim-based attitude and more of the self-responsibility, then you progress to a stage where the excuses start to stop bombarding your brain, and you start to move to a next stage where you start to know, have an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of positivity, and a way that you're going to start to know reduce self-defeating thoughts. Now, if you've never heard these phrases before, it is the way that you speak to yourself. How do you speak to yourself? When you get up in the morning, are you happy for the morning? Are you happy for the spouse or the significant other beside you? Are you grateful for your kids? Are you grateful that you have a roof over your head? Are you grateful that you can eat breakfast? Are you grateful that you can jump on a public transportation or a taxi? Or if you have a vehicle that you can drive it, that you can buy gas, that you can go to the places that you need to go to, that your kids are well fed and can go to school, and that you yourself can go to work or do something great? Are you able to see those things? Or are you going to get up and say, oh God, yesterday was so bad? I'm obviously making up a scenario. I'm so tired. My head is hurting me. I don't know if I can get on with this day today. That's one way we sometimes defeat ourselves. Oh God, there's too much on my plate. I feel overwhelmed. So what I'm going to do is just rest today, and I'm not really going to do anything much at all. Or we sit and we say, oh God, I don't have enough money to pay the bills this month. Oh God, what am I going to do? And and then you go into this stressful type of uh, unsure behavior, and you worry and you get concerned as if the world is about to end, as if you can't owe a bill for a few days, as if you can't beg somebody for some assistance, as if you can't work more somewhere and gain some more money, as if you can call the bill payment place and let them know where you are, and then you will pay it later. Oh my God. I went on the road, and it was just such a bad day and bad traffic, and now I'm at work and I feel so frustrated and tired. Oh, but you have work. You have meaningful ways to do things to create some purpose in your life and to earn money so that you can now go out and build something for yourself and your family. You know how many people want that? You know, many people are still trying to find jobs and are still on the road, or worse, get into issues with their mental capacity, or rather their mental condition, and are on the road or maybe homeless and trying to figure out their life. And you have great clarity of mind. You can speak well, you can see well. Money is flowing through your account. It may not be as much as you want as yet, but at least something is flowing through there. You have the ability to talk to people, to go out and figure out your life, and to make friends and or try to build something in community. You have those capabilities. Don't allow yourself to do any of the negative or weird sounding things I just did as a kind of an example as to what you probably do to yourself. And how you have to break it is to stop it in its tracks. As soon as you hear your mouth about to say something, you just say, stop, whoops, no, and replace it with something positive. Replace it with a mannerism that you know is right. Come to excuse me, an understanding of reaching a place that moves to you seeing that those thoughts now can go into you to produce words that are negative. Those thoughts can become words, and then the words can unfortunately now become habits, or rather actions, that once repeated becomes the habit, that once it is negative will become a bad habit, that then forms the excuses. The thoughts of a man, as a man thinketh, so is he, which is a Bible verse. If you're thinking negative things, if you're defeating yourself by the way how you look at your life and what your possibilities are, if you presume that you can't reach to the spaces where you want to reach, you won't get to that success because you already defeated yourself twice in your brain and also by not doing the action. Marcus Garvey says you're twice defeated in the race of life by doing things or thinking things that are negative. So break that pattern, stop that way in which you think in a more positive mannerism, and then realize that the feelings, because this is what we do, we love to wallow around, harbor wrong thoughts, hold things in us that are not right. And then because we know our feelings are valid, sure they are, but then we forget that how we feel and how we think affects our behavior and then creates bad habits. We use that as a solution to our problems when it is not. It is the point that will cause us to not get to the solution. So break past those fears and doubts and worries and concerns and negative thought patterns, and then now come to a place where you know you can plan some things that reach good goals that are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. If you missed one of my previous streams, you'll see a link in the description that leads to a stream where I spoke about how to achieve goals fast in 10 minutes or less. If you're on another stream somewhere on the internet, it may lead to another link that talks about how to get past failures. But you are going to be somebody who has to remove the feelings from the equations of your life. See the feelings are valid. Realize that you didn't do well there. Stay with it a bit, acknowledge it, then move forward from it. Figure out how to make a solution from that problem or that way you were feeling and move forward. Don't stay there. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you were angry that somebody said something bad to you. Don't allow somebody's behavior to affect the entirety of your now day or your month or your year or your decade. Acknowledge it, then move forward. What's the solution here? How can I break past that? How can I move forward? Acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you failed at something, that it didn't go well. Know that failure is part of the promise of eventual success and the possibilities of life. Figure out how to change, make a solution, try again until the thing that you're working on works out correctly. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge that somebody did you bad in a business deal and you did not like how you were treated. And then realize, all right, but it's cool. I still have opportunities out there. I can still aim for success. I can still reach for things that are greater than what I can see around me currently. I still have skills and capabilities. I still have the ability to do some things that even if those, were not quite with me, then I can still do some things anyways. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you got up and you have had some bad breaks in life, and you got up this day and you didn't go to the best of the abilities of what you can do. But you can work on yourself. You can build up confidence. You can gain greater personal development and improve how you think, how you see your life, how you see your children, how you see your job and your career, how you see the possibilities of your qualifications or lack thereof, how you see the skill sets that you have or the lack thereof, how you see your money or the things in your bank account or the lack thereof, how you see the time that you spend each day, and you realize that you have not been doing as well as you should be because you're keeping gaps in your schedule and you're not being productive. You're just going along in a float, in a routine, almost like in a zombie zone. Snap out of it. Get out of that weird feeling. Set some plans for your life. Become accountable. Add some tasks that will lead to a specific goal. Put some deadlines to it, and then progress to the next stage of the fullness of where you'd like to be. Your feelings are a barometer or a guide. It is not the solution. And I want to talk about more of these things on a webinar. You can register for it at johnnyalpoc.com/finish strong 2025. You are somebody who has immense potential. You have not been reaching the potential, not because you don't have it, but because you have been allowing yourself to think you are less than you are. I want to tap into that zone for you and help you. And I have seen that there are many people who are trying to move to the next stage, but they're quite not seeing it. You can see that link somewhere online as well as it's rolling across the screen there. Let me try to put it in the comments as well. And you will get to something better soon. But how you get there, it's not by stasis. It's not by wallowing in the ill feelings. It's not by saying things to yourself that are negative. It is not by looking at those who are around you and being concerned about what they are doing without remembering that you are in control of your own life. Take responsibility, take ownership. And then what I want you to do, you'll see the link in the chat or in the description or the comments, and you can register for that session, which is upcoming. You will now move forward in a greater light of fullness of responsibility and energy, and with knowledge that you can succeed, because you can. You can succeed. You just need to hold up your hand and say, I'm going to discard that excuse today and move forward to the fullness of the greatness of what you can be. Till we see each other again, blessings, and keep working on those goals.